I posted a video on my Instagram related around the subject of exercise enjoyment and why exactly you need to be enjoying your exercises as you will not stick to them consistently. And then this wanker popped up, basically giving me shit and saying that exercise is something that needs to be hard, needs to be punishable, and that you need to hate it because everybody wants an easy way out, but there isn't one. I thought we got past like the bro science phase, but evidently this is the new generation. And for the record, I know I'm not the biggest person in the world, but I don't think I look too bad, especially considering I'm not a bodybuilder, nor do I inject gear up to my gills, and I actually have a life and some kind of personality. Anyway, let's put this knobhead down like a decrepit dog. So not only have I got anecdotal evidence to suggest that people who enjoy exercise will be more likely to stick to it consistently, and as we know, the determinant of somebody getting results mainly comes down to how consistent they are with exercising in general, but there's also a lot of empirical evidence out there to prove my point. So the following studies all use a way to quantify enjoyment in forms such as self-reports or enjoyment questionnaires. This study right here tried to find a way to help people who are suffering with heart failure stick into an exercise regime, because ultimately if someone has suffered from heart failure and they need to do exercise in order to help prevent that from happening again or to help treat the issue entirely, and sticking to that exercise regime is most likely going to be quite beneficial. And guess what? They found that the biggest predictor of whether or not a patient would stick to that exercise regime is whether or not they actually enjoyed the exercises themselves. It didn't matter whether or not that they were a motivated person. Even people who were inherently motivated didn't feel motivated if they didn't enjoy the exercises they were doing, and thus they suffered by not being able to stick to them consistently. This study right here tried to find whether or not there was a link between exercise motivation and the thought of wanting to exercise again with how much they enjoyed the workouts themselves, rather than looking at them like a punishment. Funnily enough, they found that the people who wanted to exercise more and who were more consistent and were more motivated to actually do exercises were also the people that didn't view exercise as a form of punishment. These were the people who actually enjoyed exercise and were buzzing to start again. Go figure. And finally, this study tried to find out whether or not there was a link between affect, which is literally just a posh psychological term meaning emotion or mood, with exercise, and if so, what influenced it. They found that exercises which they enjoy positively influences their affect, meaning that their mood improved, their emotions improved, and their overall positive aggression and determination to absolutely smash it also improved. This led on to more consistency with exercising. Now, if we are to say that the determinant of whether or not somebody is going to make progress through exercise is how consistent they can stay with the exercise and how much intensity that they can put in, and based on these studies, we found out that people's motivation, their incentive, their intensity to exercise, and also their consistency is directly correlated with how much they enjoy the exercises, then we can take a step back and we can confidently assume that there is a correlation between how much you enjoy the exercise regime that you're doing and the amount of results that you're going to get. Because the more that you enjoy the exercise, the more consistent and motivated you're going to be to do it, and the more effort that you're actually going to put into the exercises. The more effort and the more intensity and the more consistent you are with exercises, the more results that you're going to get. And it's all linked together. So, sorry pal, try again if you want, but either way, thanks for the content. Don't do any exercise that you don't enjoy, and exercise should never be considered as a punishment. The reason as to why people do not get results when going through an exercise regime is simply because they're thinking of it as exactly that, punishment. Listen, it's punishment being a Man United fan. Exercising isn't punishment, it's a privilege. If you like this video, give it a like. If you've got any questions, comment below because I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. And if you want to catch any more free fitness or fat loss based content without any of the bullshit as always, please feel free to either subscribe to this channel or follow my Instagram at k.p_health. Peace.